Hi, I'm Sandra, and you are watching J.Cotto's Fight Page. Hashtag come back to boxing.
That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's.
And you may hear him. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Guys, there's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.
Struggling to get to his feet. Internal tickets are unbelievable.
Takes another right. Burns in deep trouble again. Burns is down. Burns is...
You know, you dream of fights like this, but the dance celebrated never.
What's up, my fans? I'm J.Cotto. Welcome to J.Cotto's Fight Page. And it's Saturday. Fight night. Jimi Hendrix. Alright, now, I'm going to give you exactly the aftermath of what happened on the undercard of Bad Intentions, which was the main event, Anthony Joshua and Dylan Whyte. You know, first I'm going to give you a little bit of boxing news. You know, Gennady Golovkin reportedly wanted a logo in the middle of the ring mat and 20 ringside tickets to the Darren Barker fight. This was said by Eddie Hearns somewhere. I think it was the ES News interview. I think it was. You guys got to catch up with that. Shit is funny, you know. Angel Garcia says Crawford better stop talking about beating Danny in the amateurs. Also says to tell Jim Lampley to keep Danny's fucking name out of his mouth. Oh man, you know, I'm just on deck because I have a feeling that this Guerrero Garcia match is gonna have so many fireworks. I mean, this is just, you know. Felix Verdejo wins the second round knockout. Congrats, the champ is now 19-0, 14 KOs, and Tito Felix Trinidad has been in Verdejo's corner, and he is a huge influence on him. And I have to congratulate the kid, El Diamante. He's doing his thing. Hashtag come back to boxing. That's right, my brother. Keep doing your thing. You know, listen to what Tito has to say. You know, listen to your trainers. You know, and just keep doing your thing, man. God bless. You know, Nino Donaire wins a unanimous decision over Cesar Juarez. And Donaire is the new WBO junior featherweight champion. And, you know, Donaire dropped Juarez twice, okay? As well as there being an 8th round war. In the 8th round of that fight, there was a war. There were punches being exchanged. I mean, it was great. Had the whole fight kept up on that whole tempo from the 8th round, oh man. But it is what it is. The WBC finally releases a statement that the deadline is extended till Monday. Let's wait till Monday, I say. And just basically anything else, I'm just going to wind up calling fuckery. But let's wait till Monday. Let's not get carried away. Let's see what the WBC is going to decide. Roy Jones Jr. gets knocked the fuck out in the 4th round by Enzo McMcAnally, and congratulations to McMcAnally and Roy Jones Jr. Thank you very much for your service. Hashtag come back to boxing. You're the man, but please stay retired. Do your thing. You're doing a phenomenal job in the broadcast. You know, you're schooling these guys. Keep on doing that, my brother. Just thank you, man. Thank you very much. You know, we really care about you, man. Just Chris Eubanks walked into Dr. Dre, okay, and this is the Bad Intentions card. Walked into Dr. Dre with his pops down the aisle, okay, and Dr. Dre, and he was draped with the British flag, and it was sort of in a WWE style entrance, you know. A female grabbed him up, you know, he's trying to touch his chest and shit, but of course security came through and took care of it. Eubanks was doing well, but got caught with a few shots and had a slight nosebleed, you know. Then got caught by O'Sullivan, okay. The showboating was a bit unnecessary. It was a bit unnecessary. O'Sullivan kept his hands down in round one, okay. Eubanks lands a nice body shot and combo in the second, okay. Eubanks unloaded and slipped, delivering 8-punch combos. O'Sullivan lands a left and wobbled Eubanks, okay. Eubanks landed lots of uppercuts in round two. Okay, round three, O'Sullivan lands a left, then a right. Eubanks clinched a lot in this round, alright. Eubanks started breathing heavy. He started breathing heavy, you know, from throwing all of those shots in the previous rounds, you know. I guess he was trying to pick up points, you know. He was trying to pick up on the points, and but the showboating and, you know, exiting the pocket with the hands down, that was very, very dangerous, man. Very, very dangerous. Round four came, and Eubanks came out boxing, moving, you know, shooting combos in pockets and moving. O'Sullivan was held at bay, alright, with Eubanks combo shots. He was definitely held at bay. As Eubanks also used good movements, alright. Round four, Eubanks was using a lot of movement, and he didn't look fatigued or nothing. You know, once he used his movement, was, you know, in and out the pocket. Round five, Eubanks continued to use speed and combinations, even though he started breathing heavy again. Okay, lots of uppercuts were landing. Looked like Eubanks' plan was to move ahead on the scorecards, outpointing O'Sullivan at the same time neutralizing O'Sullivan and taking it easy. Eubanks in round six finds an opening and unloads on O'Sullivan, but winded as well. Okay, O'Sullivan looked hesitant, and when fired shots missed. Hashtag Uppercut City. Oh yeah, Uppercut City, delivered by Chris Eubanks Jr. Right? Round seven came, and Eubanks looked fatigued, but still landed well-picked body shots. Alright? Good boxing, keeping O'Sullivan flat-footed and defensive. Okay, O'Sullivan doing what he could, but then for the eighth, O'Sullivan didn't come out for the eighth, and you know, congratulations to Chris Eubanks Jr. And I just gotta say, you need more cardio, kid. All right, you need more cardio, and you need to find a more comfortable pace, man. You know, good fight by O'Sullivan as well. Both men shook hands, and now WBA Daniel the Magic Man Jacobs, the champion, is next for 2016. Jacobs, Eubanks Jr., 2016. Sounds good to me. Besides, he is the #1 ranked WBA mandatory. Yeah, let's get it. Right? He said after the match that he wants Daniel Jacobs. He said he wants O'Sullivan to apologize for the kiss when he went up to him after the match, and he did. You know, in respect to both fighters, you know, they hashed it out or whatever. You know, of course, fight antics and fight antics. From rounds 1 through 6, you know, Eubanks was leading by, you know, 4, and basically it was 59-55 through round 1 through 6. You know, then the main event came. Now it was Anthony Joshua versus Dillian Whyte. Okay, we all have seen the build-up to this fight, and we all know the history between these two fighters. Okay, it was great for the division, personally. Joshua losing to Whyte in the amateurs, but by UD, and all of the names that Dillian Whyte has called Joshua, claiming that Joshua is jealous, but has changed as well. You know, saying he has also changed. You know, Joshua didn't know what he was talking about, actually. You know, and just looked at Whyte as another stepping stone towards greatness. You know, both meeting again in the O2 Arena, and the fight was made. Now let me take you to the fight, and I tell you, it was a great fight. Okay, Joshua had the entrance of that of Hulk Hogan. All right, would have had, and just also had a fellow English rapper usher him down the aisle as he stood in the ring rapping. His name was Stormy. Right. Dylan Whyte came out howling, and the song Back Here Black was that was his shit. And he also kicked the security guard going over the ropes, because I guess he wanted to do some big man, climbing over the rope shit. So he fucking basically moved the fucking security guard's arm that was on the ropes and shit, and then he fucking went over and just brushed his fucking boot off of his chest and shit. It was, some rude shit. And basically Joshua stared and smirked at Whyte during their intros, and it was a little bit up close, and the ref just basically just stepped in between them. Nothing rough, nothing popped off, and it was just a stare. In round 1, Joshua attacks. All right, he attacks Whyte, and Whyte gets in trouble, and basically Joshua grins. At the end of round 1, the fight breaks out. At the end of the round, because I guess Anthony Joshua threw a late punch after the bell, but it happens or whatever, and Whyte didn't like it, and some shit went off where they were just all over the fucking place. It was crazy. Round 2, Dylan gets rocked, okay, but fights back and rocks Joshua, okay. Then they both bang it out, okay. Round 3, Joshua pulls back as Whyte steps back, okay, and Joshua basically mollywopped Whyte in the 7th. All right, there were some problems that was presented by Whyte, and Joshua has showed that he's got it, but he's just got to clean up. He's got to clean up some certain things, man. He's got to polish up. Wilder versus Joshua. I think Joshua could hold his own, but he needs to throw the jab and move a bit more. But for tonight's performance, he gets an A-. First time he's been taken past 3 rounds. There it is. He stopped them at round 7 at 1 minute and 27 seconds, and still. And Dylan leaves, of course, sore loser, and Joshua just basically couldn't care. Poor sportsmanship on behalf of Whyte, Dylan Whyte, should I say. And, I'm just gonna, he's basically, Anthony Joshua said that, I'm gonna keep building till I get recognized in the division. And my man, you already are recognized, and, hashtag come back to boxing, you're already up there, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what happens with you. Boxing was great. Roy Jones Jr., rest in peace, my brother. You got knocked the fuck out. Don't try to vindicate this loss. Leave it alone. It's a young man's game right now. You know what I mean? And do what you got to do, my brother. And basically everybody else who's won, Amiso Donaire, congratulations. Felix Verdejo, and other fights that have been going on as well. I'm trying to catch up on them as well. My DVR and streaming and shit. Otherwise, in that fight, fans, thank you very much for joining me on the special edition. And, I'm going to keep watching some fights. God bless. Stay vigilant. Hashtag come back to boxing, guys. Peace.